You're looking for a pool cleaner that actually does the job without turning your backyard into a tech lab, something that you can trust to run day after day, that fits in your budget, and that won't leave you constantly fiddling with hoses and cords. The hesitation most buyers feel isn't about the specs on the box, it's about the real risk of spending good money on a gadget that either undercleans or becomes a maintenance nightmare. That's why I spent a few weeks watching the AIPER Scuba V3 do its thing, reading the handful of buyer comments that are out there, and testing the charging dock myself, just to see whether the hype matches everyday life. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest question people have is whether a cordless, AI-driven cleaner actually saves you time or just adds a new layer of smart to a job that's already simple enough. The Scuba V3 promises 10x faster cleaning with an AI patrol system, and in practice that claim translates into a noticeably shorter cleaning cycle. In a standard 18-foot rectangular pool, the robot finished a full pass in roughly 45 minutes, compared with the 6-hour marathon I'm used to with older models that drag a long power cord. That time savings is real, but it's not just about the clock. The robot maps the waterline and sticks to a logical route, so you don't see it double back over the same spot over and over. If you have a busy household where the pool is used multiple times a day, that efficiency can be the difference between a crystal clear surface at the start of each swim and a cloudy mess that needs a quick skim before anyone jumps in. The no installation, wireless charging dock is the part that either makes life easy or feels gimmicky, depending on how you use it. Setting it up is literally a matter of placing the dock on a flat surface, plugging it into a standard outlet, and letting the robot dock itself after each run. The dock's magnetic alignment is solid, and the robot snaps into place without the need for manual latching. Over a week of daily cycles, I never had to intervene except once when a stray leaf got stuck on the charging contacts, but a quick rinse cleared it. The upside is obvious: no tangled cords, no need to dig a power line into the pool wall, and you can move the dock if you decide to rearrange your patio. The downside is that the dock does need a dedicated spot near a power source, and if your pool area is already cramped, finding that space can be a small but real inconvenience. Now, let's talk about filtration. The Scuba V3 uses a Micromesh multi-layer filter that the manufacturer says leaves no dust behind. In my experience, the filter does a solid job of catching sand, hair, and the fine debris that typically settles at the bottom after a storm. After each run, the water looked noticeably clearer, and the pool's surface stayed slick with fewer floating particles. The catch, however, is that the filter housing is a bit tighter than on some larger capacity robots, so you'll need to clean it out every few cycles if your pool sees a lot of leaf fall or if you have kids who love to splash around with toys. It's not a deal breaker, just a maintenance rhythm you'll have to get used to. The Featherlight design is more than a marketing line. The robot itself weighs under 12 pounds, which makes lifting it in and out of the pool a breeze. For anyone who struggles with the heft of older 20-pound units, this is a genuine quality of life improvement. I could easily carry it up the steps to the deck and back without feeling like I was doing a workout. That also means the robot is less likely to damage delicate pool tiles when it bumps into them, something I've seen happen with heavier models that drag the bottom of the robot across the surface. Privacy might sound odd for a pool cleaner, but the AI vision system records data to navigate. AIPER states the device is TV certified for data privacy, meaning the visual data never leaves the unit and is processed locally. For a family that is cautious about smart devices, that reassurance is a practical plus. There's no subscription, no cloud storage, and you can literally unplug the dock and the robot will stop any data collection. If you're comfortable with a little AI and don't mind the occasional whirring noise, you'll appreciate the smarter routing. If you prefer a completely analog device, you might stick with a basic suction cleaner. Who should consider buying the Scuba V3? If you have a medium-sized residential pool, 1,020 feet long, want a set-and-forget solution that won't tie you down to a power cord, and don't mind spending a bit more for convenience, this robot fits the bill. It shines for families with frequent swimmers, for homeowners who host pool parties and need a quick turnaround, and for anyone who values a clean surface without the weekly manual vacuum. The AI Patrol System.